It's time to have a conversation. It's time to have a very serious conversation. How many of you, by show of hands, unless you're driving, how many of you, and if you're driving and watching this video while you're driving, shame on you, you shouldn't be doing that. So all of you who are not driving, show of hands, how many of you know what the EPA is? The EPA. The EPA stands for the Environmental Protection Agency. Nowhere in the entire title or in the existence of the EPA does it ever say, "Thus saith the voters of America." Nothing the Environmental Protection Agency does is sustained by votes from you. None of it. You don't make decisions. You don't vote for things. You don't have control of things. You're not on the board of directors. You are not included in anything they do when they make their decisions. So how is it possible that the EPA can control every aspect and facet of our lives? How is it possible that when they pass a regulation, when they pass an ordinance, all of a sudden, thus saith the EPA, we must obey what they say? Why do we have to listen to everything the EPA says and do what they recommend? They're not our legislators. They're not our people in the House of Representatives. They're not our people on the Supreme Court. They're not our president. But yet, they have been given so much. It started with Franklin Roosevelt. They were given so much power, so much that they were able to do, that the people who were in Congress and in the Senate and the House, they all just fall in line and say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Whatever the EPA says, we're going to do. Somehow, we've got to find somebody who is willing to step up, and say, I am sick and tired of the EPA telling us what to do. We've got to deregulate the EPA. Abolish it. Do away with it. Be done with it. It is causing more havoc and more problems on our life than it's worth. Now, I know damn well that's not going to happen. Nobody is going to step up and fight against the EPA. I know it's not going to happen. You see, the EPA is trying to get it to where they are changing everything. They are going to degrowth America. They want to do away with all fossil fuels. They want to do away with all gas stoves. They want to do away with condensed light bulbs. They want to do away with everything. They want us to go back to the Stone Ages. And why? Well, it goes all the way back to Marx. When Marx was alive, when he was writing his book, the Communism Manifesto, or the whatever manifesto that he wrote, in there, the industrial age was one of the biggest things that progressives hated the most. They couldn't stand the fact that the market system was such that it was growing at an exponentially fast pace. They want us to be back in the horse days. They want us to be back in the days when we had nothing. We didn't have refrigerators. We didn't have gas stoves. We didn't have electric stoves. We had fireplaces. And we burned everything and cooked our food over fire. That's what they want. But they can't go backwards. They cannot change it, even though they're going to try. They're going to regulate the hell out of fossil fuels and make them so damn expensive that we won't be able to do anything but have electric vehicles. And then they don't know how the hell they're going to get electric vehicles because they don't have any way of manufacturing them. The draw that it would take for electric vehicles to be sustained is astronomical. Our grid system literally cannot hold it. And so guess what the EPA has decided? They're going to go to war against our grid system, against the electric system. So in my conclusion, I've come to the idea that the EPA is full whack jobs. They don't like fossil fuels and they don't like electric. They don't like solar, they don't like wind, they don't like rain, they don't like sun, they don't like anything. They just like being in control and telling you how to do everything. But they are not willing to do any of it themselves. The EPA is extremely, extremely dangerous. I hope someday somebody finds a way to deregulate the EPA.